Broke girls are crying on social media as companies keep firing them. So this is actually pretty crazy, but I talked about this years ago and I explained that with the advancements of AI, we were going to see a lot more women losing their jobs as a result of artificial intelligence taking jobs in the fields predominantly held by women. As a result of increasing wages across the United States and tough inflation, modern women are seeing their opportunities collapsing. Young women, especially, are facing extreme hardships in the workforce as more companies are saying that Gen Z is extremely toxic and they don't want to hire these people. With 3 out of 4 employers saying that Gen Z has the highest rates of mental illness, dishonesty, and bad behavior in the workforce. To make matters worse, now, however, we have reports coming in from California. Many of you know that in California, they actually raised the minimum wage to $20 an hour. And it's intriguing what's happening now, and it's affecting predominantly women. California fast food chains have found a way to bypass rising minimum wages, and it's bad news for staff. It's actually quite interesting. I thought that they just basically introduced the bakery, kind of like the Panera bread exemption, but no, that's not what they're doing. Is surprising surprise. Burger King on fast track to digital. So this is a huge issue. And of course, let me make this clear, this will spread to everywhere rapidly. And not only is it going to spread everywhere rapidly, but it's also going to start to eat into, it's going to eventually spread to door to applications like DoorDash, Uber Eats, and deliver and food delivery apps as well. Because this is just the beginning. This is 100% just the beginning. Because these companies, what a lot of people don't know is that these companies have to pay large margins of their profits to DoorDash, to Uber Eats to have this food delivered. So they basically end up marking up the cost of the food on the app, in many cases, by 30% or sometimes even 500%. Check this out. Overseeing 140 Burger King locations in West Coast, Harshi Guy is rapidly advancing the adoption of technology. Quicker than anticipated, he is implementing digital ordering kiosk. We have kiosk in probably about 25% of our restaurants today, guys said, spotlighting his high-tech driven approach to mitigating wage pressures. So those jobs that cashiers would previously do, they're getting rid of them. They're getting rid of all the cashiers. And many of you are like, well, we've had kiosks for years, but many of these places did not have kiosks. But that's one big part of it. All right. According across fast food chains, digital kiosks are becoming more prevalent, driven by the imperative to reduce labor costs. The pivot towards automation is crucial not merely for cost savings, but for ensuring survival as operational expenses climb and menu prices cannot be raised sufficiently. The double edged sword of wage increases, higher wages intended to enhance worker well being, have paradoxically triggered job reductions within the fast food industry. Such adverse outcomes emphasize the difficult equilibrium between ordering fair pay and maintaining viable employment levels. Now, again, guys, they're introducing a variety of different technologies. It's not just this technology, all right? It's also a variety of others that are being brought out. But let's check out KFC. For example, we have driverless KFC trucks already in other countries. All right, you could basically get variety of different products at these trucks. It's not just KFC. A variety of different companies already have food trucks that are rolling out, and they'll basically drive the food to you. And they're being piloted right now in a variety of different US cities. So you already have these in some US cities. It's a lot of it's because of the regulation. But guys, as it becomes more and more difficult, you're going to see companies let for fighting and basically lobbying to have this technology sped up and rolled out. And trust me, and they will win, especially with the rising cost to mitigate these costs. These people who are fighting for 20 will still be fighting for 30, and it won't make any difference. This is the future, guys. You'll order your food through the app. it will pull up and deliver it to you. And what I was mentioning her previously with with these companies like KFC, they're going to just have their own. They're going to have their own stuff like this. They're going to have their own delivery vehicles like this, where instead of having to use Uber, Uber Eats or DoorDash that take a large portion of their expense of their income, they're going to opt to just get a couple of these devices. All right, they're gonna get a couple. They're gonna, it because it will pay for itself in a short period of time. In a short period of time, these will pay for themselves within 1 year. These things will pay for themselves, if not faster than that. Okay, basically, it's an employee. Like each of these things is an employee for them. And the difference is that they can keep using them 10 years, 20 years, and many of them won't even have to buy them outright because they'll be leasing them from they'll be leasing them from companies that manufacture them. So when they don't need them, they don't even have to pay for them. It'll end up being considerably cheaper to lease them, to rent them, than to have to pay an employee. And these things are electric. So it's going to be a much better option. So you're going to be getting rid of those middlemen. A lot of those DoorDash guys, goodbye. Uber Eats guys, goodbye. Instacart people, goodbye. You said Instacart, what do you mean? Oh, it's very simple. Companies like Walmart, even Amazon, basically, why would you waste money paying these people to go and deliver these products when it's something that someone can just walk up to the curb and get? And a lot of people would be much happier to do that because they know when the package is coming. They can go outside, grab it from the curb. If it's not a big package, most of the time it's not large things. They can go and grab their stuff. Groceries, they'll go and grab it. They'll go to the curb, grab their groceries, and the store employees will just pack everything. Like when I order something, if I order something from 7-Eleven, using Uber Eats, the store employee is the one who's getting my stuff together. They're the ones doing the shopping in the store for me, and then the jerk from Uber Eats or DoorDash, Uber Eats goes and picks it up. But if you don't have that middleman anymore, like with Instacart, basically a Walmart employee will gather my groceries together for me. All right, and a Walmart employee will do that, and then the Walmart employee will load it into a van, into an automated van, and all my groceries will get to me just fine, and I won't have to pay that huge overhead cost. Because a lot of these people don't even want to walk up the stairs to give you your stuff anymore. If you're living in a building, they don't want to walk up the stairs. You've got to be kidding me. They'll dump it at the front door and walk away and still expect an extra tip, even if you've already tipped them through the app. No.
Welcome back to Set Streets and Eats, guys. I'm Chris Bauer. I am just outside of Fort Worth, Texas. And I had to stop at this McDonald's because it's a very special one. They're testing this. It's called a McDonald's Takeaway. It's a mostly automated McDonald's, meaning there's no seating inside. They have people in the kitchen making the food, but basically all the ordering is done either through drive-through, through the app, or through curbside pickup. So basically you use the app for most of the driving, or you go into the lobby and use the kiosk that's inside the lobby to order your food. This is kind of the new thing they're testing out. This could be how McDonald's look going forward, possibly how fast food looks going forward, who knows. But I figured it might be fun just to go check out ordering in the lobby. I think I'm a little too close for a call ahead. The call ahead's kind of cool because it actually uses a conveyor belt to bring it down to you, and you pick it up in its own drive-through window. But I figured I'll go into the lobby, order some food, maybe order something through the curbside just to see how the experience is, and I hope you guys through the bag. And I make my way out to the car because there is no seating inside, as you can see. And we're gonna eat these in the car. Nuggets and the fries are piping hot, which is awesome.
Now, this might not look like a big deal to you, but basically it's an elimination of that step. There's no more ordering with a person, okay? You have to go to the kiosk, you have to place your order, and then there's an automated process being happening back there, okay? I mean, let's check out Japan, for example. If we head over to Japan, they have a lot of these restaurants that are popping up in Japan that are now completely automated. And if, as you can see, they've built these restaurants in such a way that your food will just be delivered to your table. Guys, as costs are rising in the United States to pay waiting staff, this is a future. This is very, very much a future where we'll have restaurants building these units. Okay, we're gonna start. And look how cool it is. Instead of having someone bring your food to you, you'll order your food from a tablet. Check this out. Check that out. You order your food from a tablet. It goes to the kitchen staff, prepares your food. You don't have to interact with a waiter, a waitress, any of that. And when your food is ready, these cute robots will send your food to you, and you just take your food down. And you place it on the table yourself, and everything is paid for through the kiosk. Because that's how things work already anyway. Almost everything at the restaurants are cashless. So you pay for your food through the kiosk. You get your food. It comes to you. If you need to add anything else, you can add something. Guys, this is much faster also. And look at this Spider-Man. Guys, look how cute this is. This is so cute. This is so cool. And it avoids having to interact with another person or risking, one of these people spit in your food because, you didn't tip them properly. Like, guys, those jobs are going bye-bye. Those jobs are going 100% bye-bye. And it may cost money to build a system initially, but once these systems become more standard in the United States, company after company are going to do this. Okay? Company after company are going to do this. I can reach and grab my own food. And guess what? No tip. I don't have to tip anyone. Look at that. And guys, what do you have happening here? You don't have any waiters. You have people who do dishes, and you have the cooks. So I can only bet you that you'll end up having. And the thing is, like, once you're done with your order, they can technically even ask you, just, hey, please put your dishes back into the robot. Like, the robot will be around to grab your dishes. It helps us cut down. And guys, it will become a very normal thing just for people to pick up their dishes and put them back in these machines. And here's the thing: if anyone tries to tamper with food, like, we'll just throw them in jail. Like the Gen Zs and Gen Alphas over in Japan have been tampering with food, and in America, we'll just throw them in jail. We'll upgrade it to a felony. Like I said, Gen Alpha is going to be a large prison population. America has the largest prison population to the ratio of people in prison compared to the population size versus any other country in the world. We incarcerate more of our people than any other country in the world. So that's what we're going to do at Gen Z and Gen Alpha. Because when they start to really misbehave. I mean, Gen Z is the writing's already on the wall for them. And then Gen Alpha, it's a given. I've already said this, that many Gen Alphas, if not most of them, will never work a normal job a day in their lives. Like, they're out there already doing territory takeovers and practicing home invasions. They have no future. Their future is in prison. Your future is in prison, where they belong. Guys, don't forget, I have another channel called Angry, where I discuss gaming, anime, geek stuff, nerd stuff, real world stuff, or whatever else interests me. There's a link to a description in the video. Go check it out. Subscribe to the channel. Support my work. And if you're enjoying the content on this channel and you want even more Angry Guy videos, I release new videos every single day on Men Walking Away. So you can head over to the Men Walking Away channel. That's linked in the description of the video. Go check it out. Subscribe to the channel. Support my work. Guys, what do you think regarding all of this? Broke girls are crying on social media as companies keep firing them and replacing them with with robots and artificial intelligence. Do you agree this trend is only going to continue more and more and more? And as the economy falls out, it's only going to accelerate the change. Let me know your thoughts on this, and we'll talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWAM and walking away. And cheers.